pick like
The Pope.
dude, the Pope, and then you're like,
I was just decree. I'd be like, gay marriage is not a sin. Welcome back to the Same Vein podcast. This is episode 9. I am Seth.
I'm John,
and we're back.
We're back
After Thanksgiving.
Dude, that's crazy. Episode 9. Next episode's
9.
10, huh?
Do you know what we're doing for episode 10? Do you remember?
Yeah.
From last
I
week?
just thought about it the other day. I was like, in my mind, bro, I was already gagging.
Yeah. I was thinking about like the logistics of it, and I was like, I'm gonna have to like get all this stuff together, and I think we're only gonna be able to do like 2 segments like normal, and then the rest of the episode's gonna be just trying the food.
Instead of the question bowl, we could just do the food.
Well, I think
like
probably
1.
we're gonna skip the pop culture spotlight too, because
Oh,
I've got like probably 4 or 5 things to try.
Oh my god! All right.
So what we're gonna do, I think, is we're gonna rate them all. So we're gonna have them all out here. We're gonna put a rating on a card.
Okay.
And then you'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll get it figured out.
For those of you that don't know, we're gonna be doing his pregnant wife's cravings.
It's gonna be awful. So you're gonna be witnessing self-torture in the next episode. But anyway, what'd you do this past week?
Had Thanksgiving. It was pretty good.
Thanksgiving's always good.
You know, ate the same old turkey, ham.
Love it.
Same thing. I also got food poisoning
What,
that
actually?
night. Yeah.
From all the food? Or from like, do you know, like,
so what we
it was
did?
the deviled eggs, wasn't it?
No. I only got like 1 deviled egg, bro.
Deviled eggs are the most overrated Thanksgiving food.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they're top 3.
They are.
Top 3.
A top 3?
Deviled eggs are great.
Crazy. That's why you got food poisoning.
Hey, jump into the tier list again. Nah, so what we do every Thanksgiving and usually Christmas, we go see a movie.
Yeah, you told me that.
And so we went to go see Napoleon.
Did you get like a hot dog? How was Napoleon?
It was good. I'll tell you after in a second. Yeah, we went to Casey's to like buy candy to sneak in because it's a lot cheaper. And then I think I got it from something in there, like some of their rip-off candy or whatever. But
I've
it was
never
bad.
heard of food poisoning from candy. Usually it's like meats or cheeses.
And no one else got it. So I'm thinking, I'm like, it had to be either this or like, yeah, maybe I just ate too much.
Yeah, that's possible. I mean,
but it was bad, bro. It was like
if it was the same day as Thanksgiving, it could have been a cocktail of like Thanksgiving food and then candy and like movie theater popcorn and soda.
It was rough.
So it could have been a mix of like everything, really. But that does suck. Food poisoning is like the worst.
Yeah.
It's like just sucks so bad. I've only had food poisoning like a couple times in my life, but every time it sucks.
It's like 5 hours sitting on a toilet. Oh my
god, man.
I made some liquids I didn't even know existed.
You're like, I did things I didn't know my body was capable of.
Golly.
Yeah, we went to my wife's. You don't have to bleep that.
All right.
We went to my wife's family's Thanksgiving for like Thanksgiving Day, and it was pretty fun. I got forced into playing Twister with like 3 other grown men.
Ooh, that's that's a rough one.
It was rough. It was rough. I like fucked up my knee.
You're like,
I'm
whoever
like, dude,
doesn't get it has to take off.
Whoever falls down gets. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was rough, bro, but it was fun. The food was really good. Just got to like see people hang out. I did not get food poisoning. So that was
I think
pretty
I won
cool.
then. I think I won at Thanksgiving. You didn't
Like
eat
ate
enough.
the most?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't eat a lot at all.
Yeah, it was
Cause I don't like that feeling of being like so full
bloated.
you almost like can't move.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like I'm gonna just
You can't even like talk.
I'm gonna hold it back just a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
I also had to go like fix a tire right after that. So
Dang.
my mother-in-law's tire was messed up, so I had to go fix a tire.
Thanksgiving tire fixing. I like it.
Indeed. Yeah, I also this past week. So I've been going to the gym some more. I've been trying to get active.
Let's go.
Get in shape. Take care of myself. I dropped a weight on my foot.
Dang.
It hurt
Is it
so bad.
good or is it like swollen?
I've got a big black line across the top of my foot where the weight fell on it.
Jeez.
It hurt so bad. I was going to do like incline bench or something, and I think I was just like kind of lost in thought a little bit, and I just pulled this weight off, and it just slipped out of my hands and hit my foot, and I had to like. There's like other people in the gym, obviously, so I had to like play it off.
like I'll use that as
it hit my
power
foot
for the
and I was
next
just,
set.
It hit my foot, and I was just like,
You're like, man, that tickled. You're like crying.
I'm
Like, I gotta go to the bathroom real
just
quick.
like lightweight, baby. No, it hurt though. It really did. I was limping like around the gym after that.
Jeez.
But my foot feels better now, so we're good.
Dang, bro.
It hurt though, for real.
Dude, you know, a lot of people break their like toes and stuff and don't even know it.
Yeah, but there's also nothing you can do to like fix
like,
it.
You can't really get
Like
a
you
cast
just
on
have
it.
to let your toe float
Don't they
around.
like tape it or something?
Yeah, I think maybe they
Tape
do
it
it
to
like with
another toe?
fingers where they tape them together. But I have no idea. I'm not like a bone doctor. I don't fix bones. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Lethal Company. We have been playing a lot of Lethal Company.
Yeah, game rocks.
That's so
Sick,
funny.
man.
If for people who don't know what Lethal Company is, it's like it's kind of like very SCP like containment breach like adjacent. Like you're in this spaceship and you go into these like facilities that are just like mazes and look for loot to sell. But there's also a bunch of horrible monsters inside that are trying to kill you.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of what was that? Kind of like Deep Rock Galactic a little bit. Did you play that at all?
Yeah, yeah, it is sort of similar.
Where you're
I
like
guess.
sent down by like a company to like
But
gather.
in Deep Rock Galactic, you have like cool guns and you
Yeah,
mine shit.
it's like Deep Rock Galactic,
But
except
horror
you don't
version.
do it. Like you have no way of fighting back. Pretty much.
Also, it is fun. Like the game is just super fun and it's really funny because like you just die in so many random ways. But after you experience like the monster the first time, it is not scary at all.
The sound design in that game though
It's super
is like
good.
top tier.
Really immersive. Yeah, I like how.
The proximity chat.
Yeah, it's
Like
super
they
fun.
get all their echoes and like yeah,
You
everything.
got anything else for your recap, or are you just talking about Thanksgiving?
Yeah, no, saw Napoleon.
Yeah.
Which brings me. I was thinking, bro.
Were you disappointed?
I was a little disappointed.
Aw, man.
It was like a 6 out of 10. Honestly.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Why? Was it just too long?
Dude, they portray him as like a. Just kind of like a bitch, honestly.
Well, Napoleon?
He was a badass in real life.
I mean, but he was also like super vain, like pretty insecure.
In this movie, bro, it honestly
Really
feels
arrogant.
like.
Like the whole reason he became the emperor, the emperor of France, is because he just had like a fucked up god complex and like.
True,
you know?
but in this, it's like they kind of added in like some weird sexual like.
Or is he just like a crybaby?
He's like a crybaby.
Oh,
he
that
like
sucks.
likes being degraded, and then it's
Oh.
like,
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
and then it's like,
Just some flavor.
bro. Yeah, but I watched it with my parents. Dude, sex scenes with
Yeah,
your parents sitting next to you, bro.
Your dad is probably like, "Oh, I can't do this."
He's like, I gotta walk out.
Did he really?
No, I
Oh.
don't think so. But
Your dad's kind of a movie guy too, so I figured he'd be fine.
yeah, it's real awkward when someone's getting boned and your parents are sitting right next to you, and you just gotta.
Yeah, that is, and
Yeah,
you
act
can
like it.
never watch the screen, so you're like
Yeah.
looking at the ceiling,
You're like, oh, what
And,
time
like-
is it? Oh man.
looking at the ceiling, and like the back of the person's head right in front of you, and you're like, oh man,
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for this to end.
You like try not
6
to make
out of 10,
eye
huh?
contact. Yeah,
That's
it
really
was-
disappointing.
I don't
I was
know.
hoping it'd be really good.
There's some other things with it that's just kind of like not that interesting. Like the battles really feel like almost like World War One, where there's like trench warfare,
Yeah, there was.
but they like a lot of like the French Revolution and stuff was like formations and stuff, which
Yeah.
Napoleon like got away from, and that's why he was so good. It's because he didn't use like normal tactics.
Yeah, he didn't use conventional.
But this, just like the battles don't seem like big. If you like, it really zooms in, and you're like, all right, there's 100 people fighting.
Yeah,
100 people.
maybe they just didn't have enough extras, or they didn't want to make like a super CGI driven scene.
Yeah, it could have been better.
Yeah, I'm sure there were probably some like creative choices that took away from the film for sure. I mean, that's just like any movie. But I was just really excited. I really like Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's like an amazing actor.
He was good.
And I think like the story of Napoleon is just cool, and like maybe not so well known, other than just Napoleon was really short. That's like what everyone knows about him.
Dude, did you know he wasn't even? He was like average height.
Yeah,
He's like
he's like a
5'8",
regular
bro.
dude.
Like that was like propaganda to make him seem less.
To make him seem like he likes being degraded.
It worked. He started believing in himself.
What's up with you, little short boy?
He's like, oh yeah.
And then he just starts blushing. He's like, I'm not short.
He's like, don't call me short again. God.
All right. I watched this TikTok. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I watched this weird like video. So it was an interview with a guy who supposedly worked at Area 51, and they were asking him like, "What'd you see there? Like, what kind of work did you do?" And he's like, "You wouldn't think this, but we have all these different documents about like important like parts of civilization and all kinds of stuff like that." He's like, the document for religion was like this thick. And they're like, why? Like, what was in it? And he's like, well, they were referred to. He's like, I can't tell you a lot, but we're referred to as containers.
Why can he tell you? He doesn't work there anymore. He's already spilling the beans. What do you mean?
It's probably but it's probably all bullshit. But
he's like,
we're referred to as containers. I'm like, that is interesting. And he's like, and then they were like, the interviewer's like, the aliens call us that. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know what that means or what we're a container for, but the purpose of religion is for us to take care of and look after our containers.
Weird.
Yeah, which is weird.
Who was it? Was it the famous guy?
I don't know, some dude with glasses. He was old, like grainy footage.
Who's that dude that
He's the same guy that was on Joe Rogan talking about
what's his name? I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he got like raided by like the CIA, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, his house got raided.
Yeah, maybe it was true.
Yeah, people are. I don't think it's true. What's his name? Hold on, this is gonna bug me if I don't.
Why else would the CIA raid his house? Just to be like, hey, stop talking about that.
So what I think happened is, I'm pretty sure he puts like real stuff and then mixes in like his own.
Oh, probably.
It's not David Grush.
No, that's not the whistleblower. You need to look up like Area 51 whistleblower or like Area 51 Joe Rogan or something like that. Because that'll probably bring up the guy. He's like some dude with glasses. The video I saw was like really grainy footage. Looked like it was maybe from like the 90s.
Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar. Yep, that's him.
Yeah, he's like the most famous dude.
But yeah, he was talking about how he read this big document on religion, and it was referring to us as containers, and like religion was created or as like a construct to make sure that we as humans look after our containers.
Weird. So it's like our container's supposed to be God?
No, we
us?
are the container, and religion is like a guideline so that we don't fuck up our bodies or our souls, I guess, maybe. Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, sounds BS, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it makes absolutely no fucking sense. But that leads into my question of the day. A little segue there.
Ooh.
So, talking about Area 51 and like all these conspiracy theory and secret society shit, if you were offered, would you join like a top secret organization like that? Like go work at Area 51 or something?
Yeah, I think I would.
Really? No one could know. Like not even your family. No one could
Dude,
know.
who's to say I'm not already part of a top secret whatever organization? I know all about the aliens.
You're going to tell me that we're both
I'm just
sitting
kidding.
here.
I'm just kidding, dude.
That we're both sitting here and you would be
You're like, yeah.
Who do you think you are?
Out of both of us, you're the one.
I wish I had your confidence. Your blind confidence.
I would, dude. It's like,
yeah, I probably would too.
That's
just imagine the things you'd learn that would like change the way you saw like everything, you know?
Yeah, everyone's searching for like the answer of why we're here and what's our purpose, other than like, oh,
yeah,
you know, yeah, we could experience joy and stuff. But there's like, there's got to be an actual meaning.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. I just want to see the aliens.
Like, yeah, all that bullshit. I don't really care about that shit.
Aliens look like. I want to see the alien spaceships, stuff like that. The only thing is like keeping it secret, because then you gotta think like, okay, if they really do have like alien technology and shit, even if I like
think about it outside,
try to tell someone in secret or whatever, they'll know.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Like, because there is top secret stuff, not necessarily like aliens or whatever. But how do they keep people from telling it other than like threatening to kill their family?
I don't think they really have to, because like literally the Bob Lazar guy is a perfect example. Like maybe everything he's saying is completely true, but we're sitting here being like, it's probably just bullshit, because it doesn't make it's not like comprehensible, you know?
Yeah.
So they're probably just like, yeah, go tell whoever you want.
You're just like, no one's gonna believe you.
You're just gonna look fucking crazy.
You got the big old glasses, looking like
and then we're gonna raid your house and like take your children or something.
Dude, there's got to be some things he said that is at least kind of true.
There probably are. documents. If Area 51 really is like a top secret research facility with like whatever, there probably are documents on religion, surely.
Yeah.
Maybe they do say similar things to what he said. I don't think they have anything to do with aliens at all.
That's probably just like a library. Dude, you know what's crazy? You ever think of like the stuff that the Vatican has?
Dude,
You already know because it's only like the very top.
That would be
people.
a crazy like secret society to join, is be part of the Vatican.
They got something, bro. I'm telling you that. They got some secret little.
Crazy to me that like basically a giant church in the middle of Italy is a sovereign state.
I know.
Just because.
They're powerful, bro.
Like, that's pretty crazy. It would also be kind of cool to be part of like the team that they have that investigate miracles.
Oh yeah, like
that would be kind of
bishops or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
That'd be kind of cool.
Would
be the miracle
Dude,
investigation
I was watching
team.
something on exorcisms.
Yeah,
and they still have like teams per. I forgot how they do it. They do it like per parish, but they're supposed to have like one
like an exorcist every parish,
or like within a certain area. I don't think they have a whole lot. So there's like one person gets like.
I mean,
all
surely
of these
there's
areas.
not that many exorcists anymore.
But it was super interesting. The dude was like, yeah, out of all the things we investigate, only 1% are actual exorcisms
or
like demons.
possessions.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
Like,
it's crazy that even 1% are like what they would classify as like this person is actually possessed.
I know. How do they? I don't understand how they differentiate that between mental illness, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Surely they have some kind of methodology, and also maybe it like
some weird physical.
Maybe it like proves itself if you do the exorcism, and then they are different. You know.
Oh yeah.
But I also watched this video, and it talked about how like a lot of times, like we as humans are prone to like peer pressure, and like when put in situations where we're in like a volatile psychological state, we will like
subconsciously
we will like mimic or like fit into the role that's trying to be like pushed on us. So like say I'm having a mental breakdown, they think I'm possessed, I'm like just fucked up in the head, you know. They do this exorcism, and then I'm supposed and then I'm supposed to be normal, right? So I play into the whole bit. I like freak out, go crazy, and then when it's all done, I'm like fixed. You know what I mean? So that's like kind of maybe the psychology behind part of it.
Dude, there's a lot we don't know about in terms of mental states and stuff. Like there's what's DID? Is that what it's called? Like dissociative identity disorder. There's cases where people have different identities.
Yeah.
And they will have their own physical ailments.
Yeah.
And then when they swap, it goes away.
Yeah, like there's that super famous story of the lady who's like blind, and then she has a different personality who's not blind, so she can see.
Yeah. I think I saw one. This dude had like diabetes as one, and then he didn't as the other. I'm like, what? How does that even work?
It just makes you think about the human body. Like, dude, is it really that easy?
I know. We just got to trick ourselves into thinking it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my question. You said you had 2.
Oh, yeah. Bro, I forgot we were doing. Kind of got off into a ramble fest.
Went on a tangent.
All right, so I did my first one because I couldn't remember if we just said something like it. But if you could swap bodies with anyone in the world for a week, who would it be? Did we do that one?
No, I think we did. No, I think one of the questions in the bowl was like if you could hang out with one person for a day, what would it be or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's
swap bodies with one person for a week.
Yeah, who would it be?
Bob
Lazar, just to see. Wait, do you? All right, let's say you don't get their like memories or anything, so you're literally just in their body.
Oh, that would be tough. Because I mean, you could blow your cover, you know.
Yeah.
I think I would switch bodies with like. So. Here's like the fun answer is I would switch bodies with like a professional athlete just to feel what it's like to be like in perfect human condition.
Dude, what if it just felt like awful? You're like, I'm just achy.
Yeah, you're like, I'm sore, I'm hungry all the time.
You're just in a constant state of
no. And then down like the whole thing we were just talking about, maybe I'd do like a really high up political figure in some country.
Try and investigate.
And just be like, bring me all the files on this place.
I think
just read about it.
I'd pick like
the Pope.
Dude, the Pope, and then you're like
I was just I'd be like
you're like
I'd be like, gay marriage is not a sin.
Yeah. Or you just do like some super messed up stuff, bro. Like, in order to become the bishop of a province, you have to get Golden Eagle Master in CS:GO or something, whatever.
Yeah. If you want to, if you want to be a part of the clergy, you have to sacrifice a goat on the stairs of the Vatican or whatever, the giant church in Italy.
Yeah, I think I'd do like a president of like some other. I don't know.
I mean, it's got to be right. Like, if you want to know things or like see what like the truth, like see what's going on in the world, it's got to be like someone like that,
or like an astronaut.
That'd be kind of sick.
Just like teleport up there for a week.
Maybe I'd do like a person in one of those remote tribes on like a random island.
You just, like, but you don't speak their language. You're like,
yeah, just be like, what are they doing around here?
We're like, what?
All right, next question.
All right, this one's a little more technical. If you could go back in time to stop a specific catastrophe, natural or artificial, what would it be and how would you do it? So like any great...
I'm trying to think of ones that just myself could even like accomplish.
I put natural, but like if there's a tornado, you
can't do much to that. Maybe natural means like just evacuating people, like saving people. Maybe I would go back to like September 11th, 2001.
You think you could stop it?
I think I would just do something to shut down the airport before they could get on the plane.
Threaten a bomb.
Yeah, so like I would walk up with like a duffel bag and be like, I have a bomb.
Dude,
in the airport.
Smart thinking.
So then they shut the whole thing down so no one's boarding.
And you save every...
And then I just would be like, hey, check everyone's bag because these people, whatever people
you're
are
like,
my accomplices.
You're like, wait, I'm from the future. And they're like, shut up, you dumbass.
No. I would just be, they'd probably ask, like, are you with anybody? And I would just give them the names. I'm with this person, this person, this person, this person. They all also have weapons.
They're like... Yeah, hey, that's a good one. I think I'd do like...
Or... I would do the Titanic.
Dang. Then we never get that masterpiece of a movie.
Good.
Good.
Hate that movie.
Bro, you're telling me you'd save... How many people died? Like a few hundred, right?
Like, I think a lot.
You tell me you'd save a few hundred people in order to get rid of the Titanic movie?
Well, that's not like my motivation. So here's my thing. Is like I'm trying to figure out like the lowest effort ones that I can do.
You're like, don't fall asleep. There's a iceberg.
So on the Titanic, I can literally just go up to the captain's place and be like, "Hey, there's an iceberg coming. Yeah. You really need to turn around.
And you get a free cruise. You're like, just enjoy the day." Yeah, I think I'd do like, I don't know. I thought of this question. I didn't think of an answer. Probably,
dang, amateur move.
Like the most classic one would be like the Holocaust. But
yeah, that was the first one that popped into my head. But I'm like, that's so cliche.
Yeah, it is.
Also,
I don't know how you do it.
Also,
either.
it would be difficult. You'd have to go back in time and kill if time works this way, or if we're just gonna say it works this way. You have to go back and get Hitler into art school. That's your job. You have to teach him how to be good at art.
Like, wow, you're so good at drawing that landscape.
You're like, are you Adolf Hitler?
You just put on
yes. You're like, you're gonna learn how to paint.
You just put on like Bob Ross. It's like a Rocky training sequence. It's like, dun, 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 dun. Like,
or you just kill him, like choke him out and kill him. Either or.
Yeah, I think I'd like a more realistic, easier one would probably be. I don't know. Probably like some school shootings, honestly. Just because you could stop. That's the easiest, I think. Like, yo, just post up here. This dude's gonna come in here and try and kill.
Yeah, but a lot of these I feel like are riding on the pretense of like, if we tell anyone in the past, they will believe what we say. But no, they will not. You'll have to convince them. Be like, listen, I know this is gonna happen, and this is how it's gonna happen, and I know that it's gonna,
Yeah, I think that what you said would be the best way to do it is like you go in first and like threaten to do what's actually gonna happen.
Yeah, because I mean you are like kind of taking the fall, like you're gonna ruin your life, but
you're gonna save people,
so that's a good thing.
But then if it never happens, they can never prove that you were right.
But you'll know.
Yeah.
So who cares?
True.
Also, if you say, like, I'm going to shoot up the school, and then they search you and you have no guns, they're like, okay, well, he's just an idiot. He's just an idiot that made a really fucked up joke.
You got to be like, yeah, I don't know how you'd say, like, yeah, this dude was posting online, that he's going to kill someone.
Are you talking about one in particular?
No, just in general. I think, like.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. That is a good question, though.
We're going down some dark rabbit holes.
Yeah, we are.
Murder
This
and
is
death.
yeah, this is a little bit of a downer.
Let's get some light in this.
All right, you got anything for the pop culture spotlight, or do you want me to go first?
I'll do a short one first, and then we could do yours.
All right. I only got like a couple.
Yeah, I got a few. The Argentina, the new president.
Yeah, the president of Argentina.
His name is Javier. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's like Millie or Millet or whatever.
Argentina.
But this dude's like a mix of
It says here it's Alberto Fernandez. Is it that guy?
Yeah, it's that
He looks
dude.
like a Vegas
think that's
Elvis
him.
impersonator.
Bro, that's the best way I've ever heard anyone describe him, dude.
You need to flash a photo of him.
That pretty much describes his personality too. This dude's like a mix of Zelensky.
You need to put up a picture of him.
He's like Trump and Zelensky, kind of. Like I'm pretty sure he was kind of a celebrity before getting in
An
office.
entertainer.
And he's the first.
It'd be funny if he really was a Elvis impersonator in Vegas, and we just moved to Argentina.
He's like, all right, okay.
He's like, I want to pursue a career in politics.
But he's the first ever like self-titled libertarian to ever become president.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. A lot of people are either super pro.
Good for him, I guess.
Yeah, like Argentina's, their whole economy's just shit. So
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of like lower Southern American countries. Is like they have one export, and that's what fuels like their entire economy.
yeah.
But because of that, also you have like very super rich people, like the top 1%,
like,
and then everyone else is like
hella poor.
barely getting by. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're honestly just trying to be like, all right, we're gonna do the most, outrageous president we can to try and get something happening.
Yeah. A while back, like a while ago, I read this news article. This is kind of like similar. The president of Mexico wants to like wage war on the cartel.
Dude, I'm pretty sure the cartel has some sort of puppetry on the president.
Also, it's interesting because from what I have read and heard, one of the things that the cartel is like really responsible for is like local government.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not even really police officers and like mayors and city officials anymore. It's like cartel members that are making sure like the streets are safe and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you like it is in the grand scheme of things maybe like a negative, just a net negative for your country, right? But those things seem good to me.
What, like the cartel?
Well, just like a group making sure that like order is upheld on the street level.
So they do, but it's like how we talked about.
They also do
America.
like cut people's heads off.
Oh yeah,
crazy shit.
It's like America's version of the mafia, but like times 10.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they're very
far-reaching.
corrupt. They are like their own kind of government.
Yeah,
per se.
They are a like worldwide organization. Like that. Like the cartel probably rivals some like massive corporations that are public.
I have heard though, if you're not like usually they'll leave you. They're not going out and like capturing. Just
No, I don't
people.
think they're like killing people for fun.
Yeah, but they definitely are doing like some gang, drugs and then like.
Oh
stuff like
yeah,
that.
for sure, drugs, probably weapons, maybe human trafficking. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit over here and be like, yeah, here's their laundry list of bullshit.
You're trying
they're
not to
doing.
get tracked down, bro.
I just don't know.
You're like, I think the cartel are
And I
really
think
cool
that's how
people.
They want to keep it. It's like no one really knows. They just know cartel scary, cartel bad.
You're like, I think if the cartel met me, they definitely won't capture me and kill me. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah, me either. So for my pop culture stuff, I put. Have you watched Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, the like animated show?
Oh, the new one?
Did we talk about this already?
No, didn't it just come out?
Yeah, like pretty recently.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I have not either. I keep seeing clips of it though, and it looks really good. So
Is it made by the guy that made the movie?
I don't think so. But all the people who acted in the movie come back to voice their characters.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's pretty cool. And then the guy who wrote the original like web graphic novel or whatever, he's like assisting. Yeah, he's like assisting in the production of it.
That's cool. That's how every series should be. That's like based off something.
Yeah,
they should always have the OG come in and just make sure.
For show.
Dude, the animation looks really good too.
Yeah, that art style is literally like identical. Like they pulled it off the page and put it on. It's pretty sick. Cool.
Scott Pilgrim is such a weird,
it is super weird
piece of media, but it's cool.
It's like the most westernized form of like anime you can get. Yeah. It's like it looks like a cartoon. It has like kind of similar humor to a cartoon and stuff, but it's like crazy over the top fight scenes and like power ups.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna have to watch that.
And then I watched this video of these guys reacting to this. You know who Jack Doherty is?
Oh yeah, little chump.
He's like I think he's like 18 now.
Is he that young?
Or 19? But he's like a prank YouTuber.
And he's like, oh my god, bro. That's the wrong.
That's a baseball player.
That's the wrong one.
It's Doherty. But
Doh.
And he is maybe like the most insufferable person I've ever met. I haven't met him, thank God, but I've ever seen.
So from what I've seen, he started off being like not that bad.
Well, like he's been making YouTube videos since he was like 12 or 13.
Dang.
And like back then it seemed like very stereotypical, kind of generic, just like, oh, kids, like if I'm gonna flip this coin, if I land on heads, you give me a kiss, and if it lands on tails, like whatever,
I'll punch you in the
you get to slap me, yeah, whatever. And like that is brainless, unentertaining content, but it's not like harmful. But now I'm seeing these videos of him like just being super disruptive in public for no reason and like incredibly annoying.
Bro, it's the money, dude, or like the fame. People get this
when you blow up that young, you just maybe you're like almost forced to like stop maturing.
Yeah,
because that's your brand,
ego.
You know?
You're like, dude.
Yeah, you're like, I have millions of dollars and I'm 18, so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, no one's gonna like I could go, kill this person.
It's like you're almost forced to stop maturing because that's your brand, you know? Like that's how people know him now, as like the annoying, disruptive guy. So if he doesn't do that, his fans, who are probably like 9-year-olds that can barely read, are gonna be like, this isn't funny. You're not doing this. You're not fucking making people uncomfortable in public.
Yeah.
You know?
It's also, dude,
because like
they ruin
he's just so unfunny, and he just never stops talking. Like someone's like, hey dude, I'm gonna like call the cops on you, and he's like, dude, what the fuck, like it's just a prank, like relax. I'm like, oh dear God.
The thing I hate is people will watch these videos and then start acting like them.
Yeah.
So it's not just this one dude that's making these videos. No, it's like literally 50% of 14-year-olds are gonna be like,
he is an influence on people.
Like I'm gonna make a video of me kicking this grandma on her legs, and
oh god, yeah, I hit this homeless guy with my car.
Like I pay this bodyguard to, break this guy's back.
Yeah, crazy. And he also like this is just like the ethos of YouTube, but he like clickbaits his videos pretty bad. Like this one I watched was like, this teacher tried to fight me. And he's in a mall, like being just belligerent and like doing unreasonable things he's not supposed to. And the security guard's like, hey, he walks up, he's like, listen guys, I'm sorry. You are not allowed to film in here. It's like a rule. Like you have to turn that camera off. And then they point it directly at him. He's like, I don't want you to film me either, so just please put it down. And they're like, well, and he just does stupid shit. He's like, well, my cameraman's deaf, so like, do you know sign language to tell him that and all this stuff? I'm like, bro. Oh my fucking God, man.
I know, it's their whole brand is being annoying.
And then this guy who's just sitting there like eating like some chili cheese fries or something is just like, hey, quit being an asshole and just put the camera away.
It's like,
and
got the Auntie Anne's pretzel.
And so in the title is like, this teacher, because the guy ended up being like a school teacher. He's like, this teacher tried to fight me.
Oh, it was that guy that said put it away?
And it was the guy who was just like, hey, quit being a dick.
Yeah, screw that.
Dude.
What would you do if you were face to face with with this guy.
With him,
Just with him, not his whole posse. Like
I think I would just like just have a conversation. I'd be like, why? Like, what motivates you to make this kind of content?
Money.
Like, I want to know your thought
money.
process, and I want to know like your creative process when you are coming up with these videos.
I wonder if he's like,
because I guarantee you, there is no thought at all put into the shit that he does. I think I would ask him like, hey, what do you like? What is your kind of process for coming up with a video idea, or like what inspires you to go film? And he'd be like, oh, I don't know. I just gotta make money.
He's like, I just do the top comment.
And I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame how.
But yeah, I think I just like almost like
Great
interview
channels.
him. I'd just be like, what? Why do you do the things you do? Like, what makes you think that that's an okay thing to do? Like, do you still think that you're a decent person after you do these things?
Dude, I think it should be not mandatory, but I think it would be in everyone's best interest if every person had to get like a sucky job at least for a year.
Yeah.
You know, just to deal with other people that don't
deal
work
with
there.
like what it feels like when a dumbass kid comes into your place and is just the worst.
I think that would really turn our country around right there.
Yeah, he definitely does have a severe lack of like empathy for people. Like, I feel like he just doesn't like. It almost seems to me like he does just think it's like having fun, like goofing off to him. And then when other people don't get it and they're like, you're being really disruptive
and annoying. Them as the bad guy.
Well, they're like, you're being really disruptive and annoying, and it's not okay for you to do this here. He's like, they're just no fun. They're like ruining the vibe.
The vibe, yeah.
And
I'm like, my vibe, dude.
And I'm like, I think he's just missing the link there of like, I can see from the other side how this looks really bad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Before I started working, I wouldn't do stuff like that, but I would be like, kind of annoying.
I would be, yeah, I'd be guilty of being like loud or doing some like stupid stunt inside of like a restaurant or a store or something. And then I started working, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
I hate that I was ever like
these people kind of suck to be around.
Yep, for sure.
I think it also comes back to kind of just attention. Like, they feed off of attention.
Mm-hmm.
That is their whole.
Yeah, they do.
Their whole job is people watch me and they think I'm funny,
just like us. But he has like millions of subscribers and dollars.
Dude, maybe we should start doing that.
Oh, no.
Let's go. Let's do it right now.
I would rather die.
All right.
I would literally rather you like ran me over
than make millions.
than make videos like that. That just is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that video. I really wanted to talk about it, and it's like maybe not like recent pop culture news, but he is like he's like an influencer in the space, you know. All right, you got anything else?
Yeah, I got a few others.
Nice.
So Josh Giddey, I don't watch NBA, so I didn't.
Neither do I.
I didn't know about this guy until the.
What's his name? Josh Giddey.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look this up right now.
Until the controversy, I did not know about this guy, but he plays on Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh boy, he looks strange.
Yeah, and there's been allegations that he was.
Oh no.
He was in a relationship with like a 15-year-old.
What?
How old is he? Look up his age.
That's like worse than Drake, bro.
21.
21.
I don't know if anything's been 100% proven, but it definitely looks like it's,
and also,
it's true.
Also, where did the allegations come from?
I'm not too sure, but
because
everyone is,
because that does matter. Like this is concerning. You know, like the fact that there's even allegations to begin with is concerning, but where they came from matters. Because like if it was just some random chick that like was just like this fucking guy,
it definitely has some weight just because it's like it's got some traction. Like look, police
like it's
investigating
in the news now, yeah, and there is a police investigation, which makes me think that there's evidence.
Yeah,
so
I'm not too sure what the whole thing is, but
it's a bad look.
Yeah, why does this keep happening? What's happening, bro? This is like every week.
There needs to be like a case study on like what money does to like the human mind.
Yeah, like how is this common?
It's like every year. It's like there's a new well-known famous guy having sex with children.
Every single
wow.
Like what was the turning point for I don't know.
Oh man. That is tough. That is tough.
Also got Elon Musk's new brain implant thing. I forgot what he's calling it.
Yeah, I forgot to.
But it's that, the little chip.
Yeah, the brain chip.
Dude, that is gonna be
what
scary.
Is that called? That's gonna bother me. I'm not doing that. Fuck that.
I don't think I would either. But it says it's ready for surgery, dude. But
Elon microchip.
I was watching him explain it. And
Neuralink.
Neuralink. He said there
wins U.S. approval for human probably testing.
This shit is straight out
to
of
start human
Black
trial
Mirror.
of brain implant for paralysis. That's kind of cool though. Putting it in a paralyzed person's brain so they can like move.
Yeah,
that's
what I was
gonna
get to.
An amazing use of it.
So he said they could do that with like I don't know if it's he's not going to be able to do every case of paraplegic or whatever, or not,
Yeah.
But he also said like blind people, even
help them see.
Yeah, even if from birth.
Whoa.
Like they could. Isn't that crazy?
But then you also got to think like, then Daddy Elon like owns your brain.
I know. Imagine getting hacked and you're like. He'll definitely put ads up.
Imagine
he'll be like, watch this 30-second ad to get your vision back.
Right. Well, yeah, you're in fucking rush hour traffic and it just
like
pops
SpaceX.
up. Well, your vision will be right back after this break.
Oh God.
Also, like, is the chip susceptible to like magnets and stuff? Because like, imagine you're walking by like something that's really magnetic or something, or you put a phone up to your ear and then just like you feel like buzzing and it just shocks.
Or you get like
head.
60 cycle hum or whatever, so you just hear a.
Yeah, that would be. I don't know. I guess
very
that's the point
scary.
I guess that's the point of trials, like, is to see if it works, if everything works as intended.
I have a feeling it's not going to go as smoothly as he thinks or as people think.
I don't think it's. I think that this is not a sign of like, oh, everyone can go get it like tomorrow, but it's definitely a sign.
You're like,
of, like
maybe
probably
in like
the next few years,
a few decades, or
it will be developed into something that's like viable for maybe like hyper rich people. Like if you're a blind billionaire, you can probably get it.
Dude, it's also they're putting it on like the most fragile. Like if something messes up, you could kill the person easily.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, we'll put this thing on your arm. Yeah, we're gonna strap this straight to your brain.
Yeah, we're gonna stick this in your brain. Yeah, that is true.
I don't know. It has possibility to be really cool and like helping tons of people.
Yeah.
It also has the possibility to be a dud and kill people.
To be bad. To be no good.
And then I also have rappers' lyrics being used against them in trials, specifically Young Thug with like gang.
Yeah. So is he being charged with like gang affiliation?
I think so. I think it's like. Let me look up the exact thing.
So here's a question, since I don't know the law very well. Is being just like part of a gang a crime, or do you have to have?
I think you have
criminal activity.
I think you have
in
to
the gang.
commit criminal activity.
Okay.
So let me see.
Monday morning, Young Thug, who's accused of leading a violent
street gang.
Oh, there you go.
Violent. Boom. But I find it so funny, bro. Like
they're using his
analyzing
the
lyrics.
Like, did you say?
Yeah, did you say pop them down in the street four times?
I did see this clip on TikTok of his lawyer. This guy was like, his lawyer literally, he's like, if I'm ever in trouble, I want Young Thug's lawyer. And then it showed him and he's like, you know what Thug stands for? Truly humbled under God. I'm like, that is awesome.
Dude, you know this guy was in the bathroom squatting, and he's like, all right, let me see what I can come up with.
Dude, he was spitting.
It's like thick honeys under.
Like, dude, he's like trying huge undergarments. No.
He's like,
he was spitting with that one. He like popped the fuck off. His lawyer should make a rap song.
Yeah. I don't know. He's like, yo, man. Pop Young Gravy at the whatever. Or also, Young Thug, not Young Gravy.
I mean, I guess if you do talk about like shit that actually happened in your lyrics, like that's on you. You know, because that is
who's
totally public information.
Who's rapping about actual stuff they did? Like how stupid? I know, like how stupid you got to be to be like, yeah, robbed this old chick, stole her purse and money, and bought some groceries. Yeah, you know.
I don't know if that's quite what they're.
But
yeah, I get what you mean. I don't know. I mean,
he's like, went to my house, third story.
I mean, you're making music. You're singing about shit that like matters to you or like had a real big impact.
But
on
you don't
So
think
if you fucking killed somebody, it's like that's probably gonna be something you draw on.
You don't
to
think
write music.
in their brain they're like, okay, maybe I shouldn't do a real thing I actually
Sure they
did.
are, but they gotta be hard. Like they're like gangster rappers, so they gotta be hard.
Shoot, man, that's another level then. All right.
But
I
anyway,
respect it.
Topic bowl time.
Yeah.
I did not put any new questions in here,
Sorry, you still got
but
a
we
bit.
don't have to worry for next week, so I have 2 weeks to put new questions in here.
Nice.
All right, let's see. Let's see what we got.
Pick one too.
Oh, this one's cute. What is your love language?
Aw, pussy. I was kidding. I'm joking.
Whoa! Whoa! I feel like I just got slapped in the face. Jesus Christ!
I'll do yeah, probably touch.
That is like a rap lyric right there.
I got the Young
It's like,
Thug.
My love language is pussy. That's awful.
Probably.
Do not say physical touch after that because it's gonna gross me out.
I don't know. Probably quality time.
Yeah.
But like actual, not just like.
So
I
mine is for sure physical touch. Well, I didn't say weird shit like you, okay?
Alright,
So I'm allowed
bro.
to say it.
Whatever, dude. That's the Young Thug in me coming out.
And then maybe I'm probably like acts of service. Like I like to receive things like that, and also like.
What? What do you mean?
You're trying to hold in laughter right now because
You talk about physical touch, and then you talk about receiving acts of service, which isn't even a.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes, there's 5 main love languages. There's like physical touch, acts of service, words of affirmation, and then
Is that
like
acts
a
of
couple
service? I
others.
thought it was like gifts.
That is also one of them.
Like gifts of service.
Gifts of service. Thank you for your service.
I'm not much of a gift
Oh, I know.
receiver.
I know you aren't.
Okay. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but all right.
All right. The 5 love languages. We have words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts,
right.
quality
I'm
time,
wrong. He's
physical
right.
touch. Boom.
Yeah, I'm doing quality time and physical touch.
I'm probably like all 5, honestly.
I'm not a good what?
I don't know.
I'm not, bro. I'm really not good when it comes to like words of affirmation, like receiving it. You know,
I don't know.
I'm like, yeah, thanks. Like,
I don't know. I really try, but I feel like sometimes I just get caught up in like just like the day to day that I don't give it like a lot of thought. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you just get caught up doing just like going through the motions, like same old, and then you're like, well, fuck, I gotta like be a good partner.
well, I'm specifically talking about receiving them. Like, I
Oh.
don't receive. I'm like, yeah.
I don't take compliments very well. I'm the worst person to give a gift to because even if it's like the perfect gift and
You're
I
like,
love it,
You're like, wow, thanks.
yes, exactly. It's like the perfect gift and I love it. I'll be like, oh, that's awesome, thanks. And then I'll open it, I'll be like, oh, so cool. And I'll be like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
You're like on your phone. You're like, oh my god, that's exactly what I wanted.
Exactly right. All right, your question.
All right. Do you believe in magic and or witchcraft?
No.
You don't?
Probably not.
I don't know. I think I might believe in some little. I don't know if it's necessarily like
All right,
magic.
for one episode, we'll get all the materials and we'll put a curse on you, and we'll see if it works.
Bro, I don't want to do that. We'll do it on you. You're the one that doesn't believe.
Well, what if it's real though? I don't
Okay.
want to do it.
You're like, do you feel any tingling in your left arm? You're like,
Fine, we'll curse like my dog or something.
what the, bro?
Because he doesn't know.
He's gonna know when we're ripping his arm off, bro.
What?
That's what a curse is.
No, it's not.
All right, you'll see next episode. Or 2 episodes from now. I don't know, bro. Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck?
Witchcraft?
No, I probably not. I just don't think. I think a lot of that is driven by like the power of belief. So like if you think it's real, it's gonna feel like it's real when shit happens to you.
Yeah, I don't think it's like the social
It's
media
like, oh no,
witchcraft.
someone cursed me with like bad luck or something, and then you have like a shitty day at work. You're like, oh, it's the curse.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. You know what
It's
I mean?
like, I got a headache. It's my migraine. Oh
Who
my
is
god.
Evil spirits. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the social media witchcraft, but I think there might be like some weird, maybe like voodoo.
Now here's the thing too, is like we're saying this from the comfort of like my home
Mm.
in Midwestern America. If you took me to like another country,
Like
where
Haiti.
if you took me like another country where they're and like I'm in some dingy like not well lit room and this like witch doctor's doing voodoo right in front of me,
Yeah, you
I
probably
would
believe
probably
it.
believe it's real. You know?
You're like, bro, I don't know if this is real. You're like levitating.
Yeah. You're like,
I think it's fake, dude.
you're like I'm like, okay, where are the wires? Like, who put them on me?
Like, you slide dog.
All right, let's do one more, and then I think we can probably wrap it because we went on a little long. All right. What is the most expensive thing that you have broken?
You know, to your surprise, not a whole lot. I don't think I've broken anything super expensive.
Really? Like no tools, gun,
I
car?
can't think of anything.
Wow. What a responsible
Oh,
guy.
I shot my dad's window with a BB gun one time.
Like a car window?
No, like a house window.
Oh.
That's not that expensive, but it's...
Well,
I
that,
broke that.
it can be, and that's also that also just sucks.
Yeah.
He's just looking at the fucking broken ass window. He's like, oh.
There's a little bullet hole. It's like, yo, we're catching strays.
I mean, I guess the obvious answer is like I crashed a car. That was expensive as hell.
What's the non-obvious answer?
Non-obvious answer. I don't know.
Your arm.
Probably like something at one of my old jobs I've probably like dropped and destroyed
Expensive.
or something.
Dude, there's got to be something I've broken that's expensive.
This would be a better question for like our parents who like
Yeah.
raised us and we're like, oh, you
Have
broke all
the-
kinds of shit.
Yeah, they have notes on this, dude. I broke my parents' marriage. Just kidding. They got divorced.
Oh man.
JK.
Yeah, like I was driving in the rain and I got like almost cut off by a semi and I like hydroplaned and spun out. I like spun down a hill and hit a tree and like totaled my car, just fucked it up.
Dude, you walked away with no injuries, right?
I did. I was
That's
very
crazy.
lucky because none of the airbags even deployed or anything. So I was very lucky.
Yeah, that's scary.
And then some fucking old bastard stopped, didn't ask if I was okay or anything. He was just like, you know, if you'd have hit that guardrail a little, he's like, if you'd have hit that guardrail a little harder, you'd have flipped your car. I'm like, thanks, asshole.
Did he pull off?
Yes.
He's like,
And then he's like, you want me to call anyone? I was like, no. And he's like, okay. And he just left. I'm like, why are you
it's
stopping?
like, hey, you young buck.
Why
if
are you
wanna-"
stopping?
Yeah, bro, literally
Like, get out of
stopped
my
to,
face.
to push it in your face that you crashed.
Yeah,
dude.
seriously.
I've yet to be in an accident, but I'm
You are lucky. They are scary.
I am sure I will probably end up in one eventually.
What is strange about those experiences is you feel like a kind of like euphoria after.
What? Because you
Like I
survived?
remember everything hit and whatever, and I was on the phone with my wife, so I like talked to her and told her I was okay and everything, and like was kind of trying to calm myself down, and I hung up on the phone with her to call my mom to be like, hey, what should I do? But before I had called her, I like just started laughing uncontrollably, and like felt like
Wait, you hung up while you were crashing, or she heard everything?
she heard everything.
Dang.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's good.
But I started like laughing uncontrollably and just got so like shaky and full of energy. I literally felt like I could have like
the adrenaline.
lifted that car
I think it's
by
the
myself.
Adrenaline probably popped off.
So that's like a weird feeling.
Yeah, that's scary, dude. There's a story of my dad. He was with my brother when he was like super young.
Your older brother? Or which older brother? The oldest?
No,
Okay.
the other one. But they were in I think they were in a truck, and he was in like a booster seat or whatever. But they came up on a crash, and there was like, this car got like destroyed, and there was
Okay.
glass everywhere, and they ended up picking up this girl and like taking her home, but they
Oh,
said she
wow.
had glass like embedded into her face.
And they took her to her house?
or they
And
took
not a
her.
hospital?
I think they took her to a hospital.
I hope so.
But it
What
was,
the fuck?
I don't know, and he was, bro, that's rough. Honestly.
That is rough. That's like kind of similar to that, but also kind of miraculous in a way. I was driving home from work. So I work overnight. So I go home in like at 6 in the morning. So I'm driving home. It's like 6:15, This black, like all matte black Charger, like 2019, super nice car. Just flies past me, flings off the road. So on the highway where I was, there's like these metal cables held up by like a grid. He hit that and like rode it.
Dang.
Spun off of it across.
You saw it?
Yes, I was behind him. I was watching the whole thing. Spun off of that like kind of wire across the road and then hit like a drainage ditch, like one of those concrete basins.
That's rough, dude.
Boom, hit it. I was like, and I'm sitting there, I'm so tired. I'm ready to go home, and I'm like, well, now I gotta stop. So I'm stopping, and I'm like, you fucking
Was the person
idiot.
freaked out?
He was also totally fine.
Oh, really?
Like totally fine. He had a puppy with him.
Dang.
And like it was crazy. So I stopped. And I was like, "You good? Like, what's going on?" And I called the police like first thing and told them where I was and whatever. And he's like, "Oh, I was like going to college. I've been driving for like 7 hours from Texas."
Oh, that sucks.
I'm like, and he's like, he didn't want to admit he fell asleep,
But
he for sure did, because he's like, I just looked down for a second, and then when I looked back up, I was like spinning out.
You're like, bro, that's
I was like,
sleeping.
okay. I was like, okay, so were you looking down at like your phone or something? He's like, no, I didn't have my phone. I was like, okay. I
you start investigating. You're like, sir.
Well, I told him, I was like, well, hey man, it's okay. Like we all get tired, we fall asleep. It's an accident. They happen. And he's like, well, I didn't fall asleep. I'm like, tell the police officer that.
You're like, okay, buddy.
I was like, tell the police officer that. I will corroborate your story.
That's
but
rough.
You for sure fell asleep.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was bad. I felt bad for him. But then so I was like, you know what? Like I'm off. I'll just take you to like somewhere where we can like figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
So I drive him up like closer to where he's going to school. And he's like just talking about all the stuff he has. He's like, yeah, I brought my clothes. Like I play football there, so I have football gear. He's like, I'm like, oh, you have a safe? Like, yeah. And I was like, oh, you got the safe? It's pretty heavy. He's like, yeah, I got like 10 grand cash. I was like, what?
Bro, all black.
So I was like, hey, you got that 10 grand? Like, what's that for? And he's like, oh, it's just like emergencies. I'm like, okay, well, this feels to me like an emergency. So I'm going to go take you to buy a new car.
Right there?
Yeah.
Why?
So,
you bought a new car? Or he bought a new car?
Yes. I took him to a place that I had gotten a car.
Wait, what time of day was this?
By the time he bought the car, it was like noon.
Oh, really?
We had been driving around trying to figure shit out for like hours.
So you just went on a side quest after work.
I was so tired that like by the end when he was like buying the car and trying to figure it out, I was like getting anxiety. I'm like, dude, I just want to go the fuck home.
Dang. What they do with they just tow his other car to a
Yeah, so they towed his other car to a wrecker back up closer to where he had crashed so that he could go and either get it or have it scrapped and just pay it off or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took him to a place where I had bought a car before, so I knew the guy. And he was like, okay, well, you know, you bought from me before. You're a good guy. I believe that he's a good guy, so I'll give him a discount. He's like, I'll cut him a deal. So we cut him a deal on it. He bought this, like, Chevy Impala, like an 09 Impala or something. Like, it was a nice car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it didn't have any issues. And he just went on his way. And I was like, and we, like, shook hands, and I was helping him load up, and I looked at him, I was like, look at me. I was like, look at me now. And he's like, yeah. I was like, don't look down. Do not fall asleep. You just drive up there, and if you need to stop, just stop.
How old was this guy?
Like 19, 20.
Oh, really?
He was younger than me.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
I felt bad for him because I was like,
imagine if you weren't there too.
Yeah.
You're like his guardian angel, dude.
No.
You're like, you know what you should do with that 10 grand? Give it to me.
I feel bad for this because like I did help him because I felt bad. I was like, I want to help this guy. After I had made that decision, and it was like a few hours into us trying to figure shit out, I was like, I want to drop this dude. I was like, I want to leave him here and say, figure it out.
You're like, bro. Yeah.
But I already made my choice, and I had kind of an obligation to help him at that point.
That's cool, dude. He'll probably remember that too for the rest of his life.
I have his number.
You should call him right now. You should call him up right now.
No.
Dude. Interview him, dude.
I'm not doing that. You won't even remember who I am.
You don't think so?
No, definitely not. Anyway, that's my very long-winded story.
That's cool, though.
The episode.
That's a cool story.
You got anything else you want to say?
No.
Or we're good?
I'm good, I think.
All right, sweet. All right. Well, as always, if you liked it, if you enjoyed, if you just feel like it, subscribe, like, leave a comment. Let us know what you're thinking. And we will see you next week for episode 10, trying all those cravings suffering.
Oh.
And we'll see you later.